Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or my hair's crazy. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mariel, and today I'm going to talk about sanitizing your makeup in case you're bored during this lockdown, or if you really haven't gotten into makeup sanitization before. If you look at your makeup and you're like, this is kind of dirty, I don't know how to clean it up. This is the video for you. This isn't gonna go really in depth to the super professional makeup sanitization that needs to be done if you're a professional MUA, but I'm going to pass down some of the most essential things you need to do. Most of the time I'm very disturbed from what I see in other people's makeup kits, makeup collection. Like sometimes I'll go see friends and they're doing their makeup and their palettes are gross, their makeup bags are gross, and I am freaking out. Hopefully you already know some of these tips, tricks, but if not, you're going to learn a lot about keeping your makeup kit, your makeup collection clean. It's especially important during these times. We're washing our hands constantly, taking care of the stuff we bring into our homes, just being very meticulous about sanitization and cleanliness, which I think is really great, but that also needs to be applied to your makeup. Now, I'm wearing gloves. I know it's kind of crazy, and no, you don't need to wear gloves to sanitize your makeup. But honestly, my nails are so gross right now. I have an outgrown nail dip and it looks bad. So I'm just gonna wear these. All right, let's get started with the must-haves. So before you begin cleaning your makeup kit, it's a good idea to wash your hands. I'm gonna recommend my current favorite soap right now. I got this huge bottle from Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day. This is the Honeysuckle scent. This doesn't have honey in it, obviously. It's scented like the flower, the honeysuckle flower. This is a Leaping Bunny approved brand that you can find at Target. A lot of other places carry this brand too. Warm water, hand soap, wash for 20 seconds, you know the drill. And another product that I'm really loving right now is the Pacifica Tuscan Blood Orange Body Butter. You know, with so much hand washing, your hands can get a little dry. You don't want your hands to get chapped. You don't want the skin to break, because that's just inviting bacteria and germs in there. We don't want that. You can use this. This is a little pricey. I think it's around $15. But this Tuscan Blood Orange scent is my favorite scent in the world. It's so nostalgic to me. It just, the citrusy scent, just, I don't know, it brightens my day. Maybe you want to check this out too. Another product you may want to use if you feel that your hands are super dry, you don't know what to do, the lotion isn't enough, or the body butter isn't enough, get some castor oil. Oh, this is so good for your cuticles, the back of your hands. Man, it's like a really thick oil, so it'll leave a nice hydrating, not film, but a layer on it, and that's gonna keep your hands hydrated after you wash. Now, the next product is also essential. You don't just need to have this for makeup sanitization, but you're gonna need it for first aid kit, overall sanitization. It's just a good idea to have this. Now, I know I do all cruelty-free products here, but isopropyl alcohol is really difficult to track. I took off the brands of this so you don't think I'm promoting a certain brand. I just want you to find 70% isopropyl alcohol, not a higher percentage, 70, 65, 50 at the lowest. I'm taking this information as a summary from the Centers for Disease Control, and you can find all of this information on the CDC website. I will link it down below, but I'm actually quoting an article by Kevin James Bennett. I'm just gonna read this so you know why you need 50 to 70% isopropyl alcohol to do this. Because a lot of makeup artists use a higher percentage alcohol and it doesn't really work to sanitize. This is why. So the CDC recommend alcohol at a concentration of 50% to 70% for use as a disinfectant and antimicrobial. Alcohol at this dilution efficiently penetrates the bacterial cell wall. It disrupts the molecular conformation, then destroys, denatures the proteins and enzymes inside of the cell. So what that means is that this percentage of alcohol actually goes in and destroys the whole cell. So if you use a more concentrated solution of alcohol, it will immediately freeze the cell, like it coagulates it instead of denaturing it. And this prevents the passage of the alcohol into the cell, so the bacteria still remains alive, which we don't want. I know these are hard to find right now, but if you see it, get it. And again, more information is down below. Now, another good addition to your cleaning kit would be this aluminum spray bottle. I put the alcohol in here and it just produces a really fine alcohol mist, which is helpful to spray on brushes, clean up a table, clean up nooks and crannies in certain tools. After that, you're gonna need either Kleenex, paper towels, or if you wanna be low waste, zero waste, grab an old t-shirt that's clean, obviously, like really clean the heck out of it, and cut it up into pieces, and you can use this to clean your products. You can put them in the washer, and you can just reuse them. And now to clean brushes, I'm going to suggest getting a big bottle of Dr. Bronner's all-purpose soap. And this is the baby unscented formula, so it's like for more sensitive skins. This is great. I also get the soap bar, so it makes it easier to just rub the brushes on there. But you can very well use any other brand's specific brush cleaner. There's one from EcoTools, Real Techniques, which is one of my faves. And if you got a lot of money to spend right now, which I don't think a lot of us do, you can get the Blender Cleanser Solid from Beauty Blender. You can also use some of these fun washing tools. They're just these silicone pads that are texturized, so you can rub the brush on there. This one's from Real Techniques. It's super handy for your hand, but you can also seriously find these everywhere now. I think this one is from a 99-cent store. And another thing you can set aside specifically for cleaning your makeup tools is a little dish. This is a little aluminum canister that I had lying around, so now I use it for this. Two other really important tools are spatulas and palettes. I have this palette and this spatula. This is going to be great to help you scrape off product from the top of your eyeshadows, lipsticks, etc. I got these on Amazon. I've had these forever. Or you can use an alternate like this one. This is a Sigma brush. It has a little bendable tip. Okay, so those are the essential items you're going to need to sanitize your makeup. Now I'm going to show you what to do with them. This is the first thing I noticed that is super dirty when I look at other people's makeup kits. This especially happens in fabric makeup bags. These are one of the few bags I have. This is a plastic bag, so I highly recommend if you do get a fabric bag, just physically wash it soap and water, or just switch it out for something that's synthetic so you can easily clean it out. This is what it'll usually look like. People will have their shattered blush in every nook and cranny of these bags. I'm gonna take my alcohol. I'm just gonna spray this guy down. I'm gonna take one of these shirts, these little cut up shirts, and I'm just gonna clean it out. This is all you need to do. This whole makeup cleaning thing, I'm not just telling you this because I am like neurotic. I am a little bit. But other than keeping your makeup clean and keeping you free from, I don't know, eye infections or old moldy makeup, this is going to make your life easier when you apply makeup. You're going to feel much better every time you open up a product and it doesn't look all nasty. It's going to feel like new makeup. You're going to be inclined to want to use it, and it's just going to make the process way easier. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's get into palettes. There are basically two types of palettes. There's hard shell plastic palettes like this one, where everything is encased in plastic, or there are cardboard palettes like this one. Everything is cardboard. It does have like a film on it that's plastic, but if it gets too wet, it might saturate the cardboard and leave a little ring of that liquid around there. So you gotta be a little bit more careful when you're cleaning these. Now, if you have all powder items, you can just go ahead and spray everything down. You can saturate a paper towel with your alcohol Just get some on there, and then you just carefully wipe down the mirror. You can go around the little plastic slots in between the eyeshadows. If your eyeshadow palette is dusty, don't blow on it. You're basically getting your saliva on it. Let's avoid that. You know, just like turn it around, tap it over a trash can, and then don't forget to clean the outside. Why? Just because everything looks newer, nicer, less dusty and crusty when you go around the outside. Boom, nice and shiny and new. Then you're gonna go in with your mister, and then you're just gonna spray down the powder products. Then you just leave it open until it dries, and then you can close it. This is just gonna help the top layer of your makeup be a little bit cleaner. If you find that, for example, your nude eyeshadow here got a little bit too much of that black eyeshadow on it, just go ahead and scrape off that top layer. It's gonna look like that. Then you just tap it out over a trash can. This is also a good tip if your, let's say, powder or blush gets a little bit of that greasy film on top, you know, from you touching your face and then touching the product. Some of your oils start like building on the top of the product. Just go ahead and scrape those off. That happened a lot to me with this Ofra blush. It had this triangle pattern on it and it would just get kind of gunky. So I just went ahead and scraped all of that off, and now it's more pigmented. I have to use less product when I apply. It just makes it good as new. Let's spray the inside. And let's clean off those edges. The edges. There you go, nice, clean, new powder. Now for the cardboard palettes, I don't recommend dousing a paper towel with alcohol and then just like going in, because that might be a little bit too much and you might saturate the palette. So for these, I recommend just like lightly spraying it down. And then I'm grabbing a Kleenex now. You just go ahead, wipe it down, go around the edges, clean it up. Again, leave it open so all of the alcohol evaporates. Close it like, what, in about an hour or two? It'll be fine. Other things you can spray down are the outsides of your powder containers, all your containers. If your foundation containers get a little gunky, like this one right here, it has a little bit of product, just, you know, douse with alcohol, your shirt, your paper towel, and then just, you know, give it a nice clean up. It also makes the metallic reflective surfaces look nice, shiny, and new, and it just keeps your product lasting longer. Another pro tip, don't touch the tip of your foundations to your brushes or like your sponges. Try to dispense the product by like pushing from far away and using that. This is gonna avoid your cooties on your sponges and your brushes from entering the foundation. Now, if you have a cream product, for example, this is a Charlotte Tilbury Peach Corrector, these can get a little gunky too. You can't really clean the cream part of this product. You can only go around with your alcohol, clean the sides, scrape off a little bit of that top if you get some lint, some brush hairs in there. If you want to get rid of the fingerprints of you touching this, lightly scrape off some of that top layer. Now, since we're talking creams, and creams really can't be 100% sanitized, you can only really clean the first layer, the layer that's immediately touching your face. Things like a lipstick, you will have to douse your paper towel with alcohol, and then you just rub your lipstick on there, get rid of that layer that was touching your face, and there you go. It's just gonna be a little less gunky. Now, liquid lipsticks and lip glosses, these are some of the dirtiest things. Like, you can't clean the actual product in this. You can kind of clean outside. You can even clean part of the stopper. So for this, just spray a little alcohol onto your paper towel and just, you know, get into the thread of the applicator, and there you go. Looks much better. Same goes for your lip gloss. You can't really clean the product that's in here, but you can clean the thread of the applicator and it's just gonna look cleaner. It's probably getting rid of old product that's kind of crusting around there, so it'll smell nicer for longer, because when these start to break down because of the bacteria you're leaving in there, it smells a little gross. Now, other products that you can't really clean are things like felt brow liners, liquid eyeliners, stuff like this. This is the Kat Von D lash liner. You really can't do much to help this. You gotta leave it alone. This is stuff that you're gonna use close to your eye. We don't want alcohol near your eye. You're supposed to use these up quickly. So these are just use and toss. And I'm not even gonna get into like the specific amount of time you need to keep each makeup product. This will just make this video super long, but now you know. Every product has a specific lifespan, and you should really check those out if you don't know. Now, pencil lip liners and pencil eyeliners. The best way to clean these every time you use them is to spray it down with alcohol. Then you sharpen it, and then spray it down with alcohol again. You can clean the sides of it. Make sure to give it time for the alcohol to evaporate. You don't want to feel that in your eye. Now, tools, things like your palette, your spatula, your eyelash curler, and even your sharpener. You can sanitize these easily. You can douse this with alcohol, clean it with a clean paper towel. And then for the rest, you can basically fill this up with alcohol, just enough. So let's say the tip of the spatula is covered by the alcohol. You can also just dunk your sharpener. You can take out the little sponge from your lash curler, dunk that in there, and then your lash curler. Let it sit for a while, take it out, dry it down, and that'll make your tools really clean. Okay, now brushes. This is really easy. You're gonna take your dirty brush, some very warm water, and a little bit of your cleanser. You're gonna add a few drops to either the palm of your hand or your silicone pad, and you're just gonna swirl. Whatever you do, don't let a lot of water get into the ferrule, because that can break down the glue inside, kind of make your brush shed. Just get it wet like up to here, swirl it until the product is off, squeeze it, let it dry. Bonus sanitization tip: if you want to make it real clean, spray with a little alcohol, not too much. You don't want to damage the bristles. And that is it. Those are all of my sanitization tips. This is how you're gonna keep your makeup lasting longer, looking nicer. Your applications are gonna be easier. You're gonna avoid cross-contamination. And yeah, if you've never done this, I hope you realize that you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting your makeup at risk for contamination. Just, start. So it's a good time to start cleaning your makeup. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video with a friend. I would really appreciate it. Watch some of these extra videos, some of my older videos. Let me know in the comments if you've never cleaned your makeup before. I'm gonna be horrified, but it's okay. We'll get through this together. I will see you in the next video, and until then, bye.